This happened when I was 22. It's the reason I refuse to stay in hotels alone now. At the time, I worked for a small electronics company. Nothing glamorous. Mostly inventory, deliveries, and fixing devices for clients. One Friday, my manager told me I had to drive 3 hours to another city for a Monday morning meeting. Cheap company. Instead of flying me out, they booked me into some old hotel downtown for the weekend. I didn't care. Free room, easy money. At least that's what I thought. I got there around 9 p.m. The city was already quiet. Rain had just started and the streets looked almost empty. The hotel was called the Marlowe Grand, except there was nothing grand about it. The building looked like it hadn't been updated since the 1970s. Faded gold letters above the entrance, cracked marble floor, dim yellow lights. Inside, the lobby was silent except for an old clock ticking behind the front desk. No music, no TV, no people, just one receptionist, a woman maybe in her 60s. Thin smile, gray uniform. She looked up slowly when I entered. Checking in? I nodded. She handed me a key card. Room 9 Wator. Then she said something strange. If you hear knocking tonight, don't open the door. She said it casually, like she was telling me breakfast hours. I laughed awkwardly. She didn't. The elevator was ancient. Metal gate inside the sliding doors. It groaned all the way up. When it stopped at the 9th floor, the hallway lights flickered once, then stayed on. The hallway was long and narrow. Dark carpet, wallpaper peeling in corners. No sound at all. My room was near the end. I unlocked it and stepped inside. Small room, one bed, TV mounted crookedly, bathroom light buzzing, window overlooking an alley. It smelled like dust and old wood, but I was tired. I dropped my bag and locked the door. Around 11 p.m., I was in bed watching random channels when I heard footsteps outside. Slow, heavy, dragging slightly. They stopped right outside my room. I muted the TV. Silence. Then 3 knocks. Soft. Knock, knock, knock. I stared at the door, remembering what the receptionist said. Probably another guest. Maybe wrong room. Then a man's voice whispered, "Housekeeping." At 11 p.m., I didn't answer. A few seconds later, 3 more knocks. Harder this time. Knock, knock, knock. Then silence. After maybe a minute, footsteps dragged away. I barely slept. The next morning, I went downstairs annoyed and asked the receptionist if someone had been messing with doors last night. She looked confused. Housekeeping leaves at 5 p.m. I told her about the man's voice. She just stared for a second, then said, "Did you open the door?" "No." She nodded once. Good. That was it. No explanation. I spent most of Saturday out in the city. By the time I got back, it was raining harder. The receptionist wasn't there. Instead, a younger guy sat at the desk looking bored. I asked if the older woman was off. He frowned. "What older woman?" "The lady from last night." He shrugged. "I've worked here 2 years. Night shift is just me." I thought he was joking, but he wasn't smiling. That night, I made sure the deadbolt was locked. I even wedged a chair under the handle. At 12:14 a.m., the knocking started again. 3 knocks. Knock, knock, knock. This time I stayed in bed, didn't move. Then came the whisper. Not a man this time. A woman. Soft. Crying. "Please help me." I felt every hair on my arm stand up. Then she said my name. My full name. I never told anyone there my full name. I sat frozen. The crying turned into quiet laughter. Then footsteps dragged away. I packed my bag immediately. I was ready to leave. But when I opened my phone to call for a ride, no signal. No Wi-Fi, nothing. The room phone was dead too, just static. I decided to go downstairs myself. I removed the chair, unlocked the deadbolt, and opened the door. The hallway was empty, but at the far end, near the elevator, someone stood facing the wall, completely still. Long black hair, bare feet, hotel robe. I whispered hello. The figure slowly turned its head toward me, not the body, just the head. Too far, too unnatural. I slammed the door shut. I don't remember sleeping. I must have passed out around dawn. When I woke up, sunlight was coming through the curtains. Everything felt stupid in daylight, like I had imagined it, until I noticed something on the carpet near the door. Wet footprints, bare feet, leading from the door to the side of my bed and stopping there. I checked out immediately. The young desk clerk asked if I was leaving early. I asked him one question first. What happened on the 9th floor? He looked uncomfortable, then said quietly, "There is no 9th floor." I laughed. What? He pointed behind him to a wall plaque listing floors, 1 through 8, then 10 through 14. No, 9. I told him my room was 914. He went pale, then asked to see my key card. It had no number on it, just the hotel logo. I demanded to go back upstairs with him. We got in the elevator. He pressed 8, then 10. There was no 9 button. When we reached 8, I checked the hallway. My room should have been directly above it, but there was no matching layout. Nothing aligned. No room 914 anywhere. I left, drove home shaking, told my boss I quit. Didn't care. A month later, curiosity got me. I searched the hotel online, found an article from 1996. Electrical fire on the 9th floor. 6 guests dead. 1 woman trapped in room 914. Couldn't escape because someone kept knocking on doors pretending to be staff, sending people back inside. The suspect was never found. The hotel still operates today. Different owners, renovated lobby, modern website. No mention of the fire, no mention of the 9th floor. But if you read recent reviews carefully, every few months someone writes the same complaint. Someone knocked 3 times at midnight. Then the review gets deleted. Last year I got an envelope with no return address. Inside was a hotel key card, plain white, no room number. Backside written in black marker, 914. I burned it, or at least I thought I did, because sometimes when I open my wallet, it's back inside, and every now and then, around midnight, I hear 3 knocks from the other side of my bedroom door.